So, Jill, I ran those retirement numbers we talked about.
Okay, yeah, I see it here.
And I'm going to post that report on your screen.
How did Edward Jones come to manage over $800 billion in assets?
Got it.
So I think there are a couple of approaches we can take here.
Through FaceTime on your terms.
So that's interesting. You know, we had spoken about that before.
It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
And joining us this week inside the Edward Jones Tiger Cage, we continue to get to know the staff members that help make this Mizzou program what it is, and that is Special Assistant to Head Coach Kim Anderson, Steve Shields. And Steve, you came here this past offseason. Special Assistant to the head coach is a title that not every staff has. So tell our fans, what were the things that you were brought in here to help Coach Anderson with and help this program get better with?
You bet. When Coach brought me in here in mid-August, it was to organize recruiting. It wasn't a position to where I was going to be on the floor actually coaching day to day. It wasn't going to be where I would be on the road recruiting. I would organize the recruiting efforts of our staff, Brad, Corey, and Rob, and then I would watch a lot of tape. And basically, I guess, you know, Coach used the word consultant at times, and it was something I felt like we had great continuity the first couple months that I was here. Unfortunately, we had the situation with Ryan that Brad and Jen are still dealing with her health, and so we switched in October, and now I've been on the floor coaching day to day. I've taken over his part of the recruiting process and being on the road recruiting, so we've really flip-flopped since October.
And of course, last week on this show, our fans learned about the Rally for Ryan efforts and everything that assistant coach Brad Luce and his 5-year-old daughter Ryan are going through. As you mentioned, that kind of threw you into a little bit of a different role, back on the floor coaching. We walked out here a few minutes ago, you're working with Adam Wolf here. What are some of the things that you bring from your background, former head coach at Arkansas Little Rock, that now you get to do in this different role as you help the Luce family out and step into a more traditional coaching job?
I'm willing to do whatever I can do to help the program and help Coach Anderson be successful. With this switch, now I'm on the floor trying to get Adam Wolf some extra shots up as a guy who's playing. He's not redshirt, but he's not playing a lot of minutes, so he can get some more individual work throughout the week leading up to game day. And I've primarily worked with the post this year with Coach and since October, and it's something I've really enjoyed.
So as our fans are learning in this interview, you're a man that wears many different hats in this program and have throughout your career. What do you enjoy the most?
Well, I like the day-to-day operations of working with the young men and seeing guys continue to grow. I mean, you see a guy like Adam Wolf right here. You see a guy like Kevin Perrier. You see Terrence Phillips, those guys, and you see those guys go from that freshman year, and now it's like Coach Anderson always tells them, they're not freshmen anymore. I mean, they're sophomores with the experience they've had, and we've seen a lot of growth with those young guys. You also like the team. The team concept and the togetherness of the staff, and I think Coach has put together a heck of a staff here, and the camaraderie and togetherness of everybody pulling for one another.
Coach, we appreciate you taking some time to talk to us. It's nice to let Tiger Nation get to know you a little bit.
Thanks, man.
That's Steve Shields, assistant to head coach Kim Anderson this week in the Edward Jones Tiger Cage. We thank Coach Shields for his time, and we thank our proud sponsors, Edward Jones, a proud supporter of Mizzou Athletics. For more information or to find your nearest Edward Jones financial advisor, just visit edwardjones.com.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, sweetie. How was your first week?
Long.
It'll get better. I'm at the Edward Jones office, like Sue suggested.
Thanks for doing this, Dad.
So I thought it might be time to talk about a financial strategy.
You mean pay him back?
Knowing your future is about more than just you.
So let's start talking about your long-term goals.
Multiplied by 13,000 financial advisors. It's a big deal, and it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.